Welcome back. Right now we are joined by Prakriti Poddar from India right now. She's actually on holiday, but we are talking all about her incredible company, RoundGlass. It's a well-being, empowering platform that is making a huge difference for many people in their lives. Thank you so much for joining us today. How are you?
Great, thank you. I am on holiday, but I'm in LA, so it's 8 o'clock in the morning, so I'm very good right now.
Well, thank you so much for being here with us. So tell me a little bit more about why mental health and well-being is so important to you and why you've dedicated your career to that.
Well, thank you for asking that. It's been a move that I've done since 2000. I started working in Toronto, and in 2000, I decided that I must start on my own, and created this company called Mind Over Image Consulting, where the keynote was it's not a mind over, it's not a makeover, it's a mind over. And so the whole idea was that people are so focused on the external appearance, and very few people were invested in their spiritual well-being. So I started to work on that, especially because I had the Eastern tradition upbringing, and I had a Western context being in Canada for a long time. Once I came back to India, mental health was something that really was not recognized. Nobody spoke about it. It was stigmatized, and currently still is. So I started working there and focused my organization more on mental health clinical services, as well as started a foundation which my family already had, but focused it on mental health, and started working with underprivileged people to have them understand what mental health was. It was called IEC, which is information, education, and communication. So really teaching them how to communicate on mental health and well-being. But the clinic was something that I'm very proud of, because it was a boutique clinic. It wasn't something that was publicized much, but it really specialized in mind, body, and spirit, like integrative mental health and emotional health work, which is kind of what drew me to RoundGlass as well. I started as a consultant with RoundGlass in 2014-15, and then worked there for about a year, and then sort of went back to my own businesses. And in 2000, started back with RoundGlass because the mission aligned, and I really wanted to do things that spread this awareness and the sort of processes that can enable well-being in people across the world. RoundGlass is an international platform, and the mission is exactly the same as my life and my journey has been. So therefore, being the global head of mental health and well-being at RoundGlass served three purposes. One, it's given us a platform to expand not only the research and knowledge that we have, but also to create a global taxonomy where we've sort of incorporated all the various ways in which people can receive this kind of our well-being charter. Most people do not come into well-being thinking about their mental health issues. They would go to a psychiatrist, and then it's a one-track thing. They don't understand that there is an interaction of the mind and the gut, and so we do. So we've created that pathway. They don't understand that, a lot of people don't understand that the food you eat predicts the mood. The kind of music or the kind of entertainment that you are bringing into your system and into your environment impacts you. They don't understand that the relationships that you're in and around also impact the way in which you perceive the world around you. So the second mission, as I said, was really creating this grid upon which we can lay the foundations of what we want to share with the world. And number three was really creating this app which everybody can access, and a lot of rich content from traditional sources.
And just recently, RoundGlass announced that they're utilizing the transformative power of music in their platforms. Tell me about that.
I use a lot of frequency and a lot of music. When I say music, it's sound. It's not vocals only. Vocals, of course, do have a place. So when you do mantra, that's all vocal. And mantras are also meant to take you to a different sort of understanding in your frequency. So we're using frequency in our music. We're using music as a tool that cuts across languages, that cuts across boundaries, and is still able to uplift you. And we're doing music also through that entire, so like I said, we have a very clear understanding of what we want to develop and what we want our well-being to be focused on, whether it's healthy habits, eating, moving, improving sleep. All this has music. So if you talk about sleep, you already know that there is music for sleep. People are using white noise. People are using different types of music for get moving. You go to a playlist and across Apple or Spotify, and you'll see that if you type in running, you get a playlist for running. But they're not using the science that's needed. So it's just music that's peppy, that gets you going. But we're using science. What actually moves you from like a beta zone to a high beta zone? What moves you from a beta zone to an alpha theta zone? How do we lace up whatever regular music you're listening to? How do we insert in that the kind of frequency that you need that'll actually bring you to a place where you reduce stress and anxiety, or you improve your movement, or you start to even eat well, or you think about nurturing happiness and joy. All these kind of things, including balancing, is what our music is meant to do. And we didn't want to leave anybody up, out. So we actually even created playlists with EDM and mental health, music that aids mental health in a sense, so that people can receive. Be recipients of this sort of science and technology that we've put into music. Music is a very core space for RoundGlass.
And if you could break down the app, the website, the offerings, just very simply for us, quickly describe the different things that are available. I know there's short meditations, there's longer experience with music. What can people expect out of the app?
Typically what we have courses in meditation and mindfulness. We have classes that go across our different verticals, which is meditation, we have yoga, we have end of life, we have a ton of food content that is on our site now because it's holistic well-being through what we put into our system. So you have classes, you have courses, you have sessions which are live, which involve like an expert coming on and really communicating with the audience at that point. We have articles, we have recipes. Our music is defined in albums, in playlists, as well as if you have an ailment or a challenge you're working on, it'll pull up music for you as well. We have 3 avenues of podcasts, which are really conversational guides, utilizing topics that are new, upcoming, and also that kind of work with some of the conversations that we're having, which is right now, we're focusing on capsules. So if you come to us and you say, okay, I want to develop healthy habits, we will break down what is a healthy habit for you in terms of there'll be courses, there'll be classes, there'll be minis, which are like for people who do not want to go through a lengthy course. They're practical tips in the present here and now. So you're picking up a cigarette, you want to quit this habit. What kind of breath work can you use to pull yourself out of that? So it's very quick, practical solutions to things, plus music that enhances that aspect. So you have a whole capsule that's utilizable for you. And then, of course, because of the back end, we have linked this up to the kind of time of the day that you would like, or even sort of the kind of knowledge that you already have. You can pick what level you want to start at as well. This is our first sort of rendition of the app, and we're, it's a work in progress. So we're going to carry on working on what we have.
Well, Prakriti, it's been an absolute pleasure meeting you and hearing more about RoundGlass. You can find the app in all places that apps are available. Their website is also roundglass.com. They're very active on all social media sites as well. Very much look forward to learning more and to exploring all of the different options for meditation, well-being, transformative music, ways to break habits, all the things that were mentioned in our interview today. So I very much appreciate Prakriti and her time today with us telling us about RoundGlass. We'll be back with more right after this.